Province Esports Associations. Today, I'm excited to present our studies and empirical studies from game understanding of young competitive gamers in China, compensations of FPS and MOBA players. As many you know, esport has grown from the natural habits into a global phenomenon, recognized by international bodies like Asian Games and even the Olympics. Within these massive landscapes, two genres have dominated the competitive science China's and indeed much of the world. First-person shooter or FPS games and multiplayer online battle arenas or MOBAs. These two genres, while both highly competitive, demanded very different things from their players. FPS game like Counter-Strike or Apex Legends. China on mechanical presence, rapid reaction times, and spatial awareness. Mobile game like LOL or Dota 2 emphasize long-time strategies, deep system knowledge, and intricate team coordinations. This leads to a fascinating question. What happens when these two worlds collide? In recent years, we've seen the rise of massively popular hybrid games such as Overwatch and Valorant. This game is presently blind the fast-paced game of an FPS with the complex character ability from strategic roles of a MOBA. This creates a natural laboratory from us as a research when a second FPS player and a Valorant MOBA players both start playing a Valorant. What do they see in these same games? Did they learn about the same ways? This brings us a concrete place of our studies, gamer understanding. We define this not just a raw mechanical skill, but as a player cognitive depth. It's their grasp from cron mechanics, tactical priorities, and their math methods of what they taken to win. Our research driven by four primary questions. First, do FPS and mobile players share their same basic competitive motivations? Second, its game understanding is simply product for more play times, or they are better predictor. Third, when we play new hybrid games, do the player transfer their old cognitive habits from their home grade? And finally, do the high-level FPS and mobile player wear different skills? To answer these questions, we conduct a cross-session online service. We recruited 130 active competitive gamers from China, aged 16 to 32. We then divide them into two primary groups, FPS and MOBA players. A MOBA group. Our question was divided into four models. Basic demographics. Their expressions in FPS game, their expressions in mobile game, and most credited models from the special behaviors, preferences, and cognitive forces when they play in hybrid games. We analyze the data using a range of statistical methods, including the Replicate test, factory analysis, group comparisons, use man-widely on U-tests, and recognize models to test our hypotheses. So what did we find? First, let's look at the baseline. As these two groups just fundamentally different, the answer is no. Our result of the hypothesis 1 very clear. Both FPS and mobile players are high competitive. They rate the concern of the match outcomes very high, and frustrations from the in-game death simply high. This is a conclusion baseline is mean any difference we find later is not due on one's group simple behind more compactive than the others. Now, find what I believe is one of our most significant findings. We asked when predict deep technical understanding in game studies, we often use the weekly playtimes as a simple proxy from expertise, but the result was striking. Weekly playtime is a weak predictor. In fact, of the mobile groups, expressive playtime actually negative correlated with technical understanding. The single most powerful and stable predictor from both groups was their comparative ranks. We call that affect engagement. What this means, the deep game understanding no come from just accumulating hours, it comes from goal-oriented, purpose-on practice. Okay, so we know the rank no times predict understanding, but what about how they are understanding? They break to hypothesis 3, cognitive transfer. Do players bring their old habits into the new hybrid games? The answer is clear yes. We found the FPS proficient players when the significant, more like NG in active mechanics practice. They report a higher tendency from follow the skill update actively test their same in the train ranges. We call they transfer the presenters ordinary frameworks. Success the home learners come from the mastering director actions, so they transfer their mindset. On the other hand, mobile proficient players show a significant preference for buff ordinary abilities. We call their transfer a system ordinary frameworks. Success the home grander come from manage complex systems, long down resources, and stated effect. They transform this mindset, looking at the tools that allow their management manage the system from the new games. Essentially, when faced a new game, the FPS player asks, "What can I do?" While the mobile player says, "What can I manage?" This leads our final hypothesis. If they act different, do they also value different things? Here we found a efficiencies of matrix. We asked both groups to rate the importance of the cron skills within an FPS game. The FPS players show a strong in-group bias. They rate all cron FPS skills, aim, teamwork, and information grades as a significant more important than mobile player did. But when we flip the script and ask them to write an importance from skills of cron skills within mobile games, the base vanished. Both groups write mobile skills, expression, teamwork, and hero proficiencies as extremely important. Okay, those are the findings. But what they actually means. First, for game designers, our data suggests you cannot design the games just one type for players. If your game can only run through superior mechanic aims, you'll read ending the entire population of systemic thinkers. The most successful hybrid game offer diverse pathways to success, allowing players range streets of outplayers with strange aims. vice versa. Second, for esports coaches, this research provides a blueprint for personalized training programs. If you have a new player transfer from Counter-Strike to Valorant, you shouldn't just dream their aims. They are ready to aim a procedural mindset. You need expression trends their systemic things. Teach them how to manage the game abilities. Now, like any studies, all has limitations. First, our findings are based from self-report measures, which are always statistical to re- recall base. Second, our sample size from 130 is most modest, while our result are statistically significant. The effect size from cognitive transfer were suggestion rather than definities. Finally, our cross-sectional designs show the congressional, but it can prove the conciliations. This limitation point direct our future works. We must move beyond service and use the objectives in games. Let me treat it. We need to make sure what they do, not just ask them, and we need longitudinal studies. Tracking players' learning process of weeks or months to define it to prove their productual and systemic learning press. To conclude, what have we learned? Our study began to operationalize game understanding as a complex, multi-dimensional construct. It's not just one thing. Integrations from of deep technical knowledge, which is a product affect engagement rather than just time spent, and a set of transferred cognitive frameworks produced for FPS players and systemics from MOBA players. Players do not enter a new game as a black stack. They bring their history with them. Understanding their history is the key of the designs who want to build the next generations of successful games, and for coaches who want to train the next generations of esports champions. Thank you very much for your times. I would happy to answer any questions.